So students, now let's start activity 6.1 histogram. So before, we must know that when drawing histogram of an equal width, we must make it sure that the areas of rectangle are in proportion with class frequencies. When drawing histograms of unequal width, so when drawing histograms of unequal width, then make sure that areas of the rectangle are in proportion to class frequencies. So the steps to be followed are: first, select a class interval with minimum class size or class width. Second, the frequencies are then modified to be in proportion to the selected class size. So modified frequency of class upon width of class multiplied by class size selected. So this is how we find the modified frequency. So students, our objective for this activity is to draw histogram for classes of equal width and unequal width. So students, now let's start the procedure for the given activity. So part A of our activity is to draw histogram for classes of equal width. So step 1 is to collect the data. Let's say the weight of students in a class and make a frequency distribution table. Take a graph paper and paste it on a cardboard. Step 3. Draw two perpendicular axes X dash O X and Y O Y dash on a graph paper. Step 4. Mark classes on x-axis and frequency on y-axis. So the class for the given histogram of equal weight are 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55 and 55 to 60. And our frequency under the class 30 to 35 is 35 to 46, 40 to 45 15, 45 to 53, 50 to 55 4 and 55 to 60 2. And class width is equal, so it is 5 in all the cases. All the intervals is 5. So students, now we'll draw the histogram for the given frequency distribution table. So let's start. So this is X dash and the point of intersection of X is O and X. This is Y and this is Y dash. Now mark the intervals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Similarly, mark the intervals, that is class width. Here we have mentioned the frequency, that is number of students. Thirty, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Now since our interval starts from 30, so we make a kink from 0 to 30. So now let's draw the histogram. So our first frequency, draw rectangles of equal weight and height nine, 6, 15, 3, 4, 2 along each interval, along the given interval or class interval. From 30 to 35 our frequency is 9, so we mark 30 up to 9. Similarly 35, we draw a straight line up till 9 and now we join the two. This is our first rectangle for frequency 9 under the class 30 to 35. So under class 35 to 40 our frequency is 6, so mark 40 up to 6 and join. Now next is frequency is 15 under the class 40 to 45. So draw a line from 45 up till 15. Similarly, extend this line 40 till 15 and join the two. The next step, under class 45 to 50, our frequency is 3. So mark 3 at 50 and join with 45 on 3. Similarly, under class 50 to 55, our frequency is 4. So mark it at 4. Draw a straight line up till 4 and extend the interval 50 also up to 4 and join the two. Similarly, under class 55 to 60, our frequency is 2. So mark 2 and join 55 and 60. In this way, we have formed our histogram, and here classes. So I hope you have understood how we have formed our histogram. So students, now let's start with the procedure for part B to draw histogram for classes of unequal width. In part A, we have learned to draw histogram for classes of equal width, and now we will learn for classes of unequal width. So step 1, collect the data. For example, the marks obtained by the students of two sections in a mathematics test of 100 marks. Step 2, draw a frequency distribution table and modify the frequencies. So now let's draw the frequency distribution table. Class frequency, class width, modified frequency. So our class intervals, since they are unequal width, so 0 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70 and 70 above. And frequency for 0 to 20 is, frequency for 0 to 20 is 7, for 20 to 30 it is 10, for 30 to 40, 10, it is 20, and 50 to 60 frequency is 20, 60 to 70, 15, 70 above, 8. Now class width, here it is 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 and here it is 30. Now modified frequency is frequency upon class width into selected class width. So we select a class width that is smallest. So smallest class width is 10. So our selected class width is 10. So multiply by selected class width. So it is equal to 3.5. Similarly, here frequency upon class width multiplied by selected class width 10. Similarly, (20) upon 10 multiplied by 10 equals to 20. 20 upon 10 multiplied by 10 equals to 20. 15 upon 10 multiplied by 10 equals to 15, and here 8 upon 30 multiplied by 10 equals to 2.67. Now step 3 is to draw the histogram for the given frequency distribution table. So mark the two axes y 0, y dash and x dash o x. YO, Y dash and X dash O X. So this is the origin where the two axes meet, where both the axes are 0. So let's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Here mark the class. Here the marks 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So this is proportion of students per 10 mark interval. Marks. Now first class interval 0 to 20 and modified frequency is 3.5. So let's draw it up to 3.5. Similarly 20 to 30 modified frequency is 10 let's draw a straight line up to 10. Similarly, extend the lower limit of the class, that is 20, up till 10 and join the two. For class 30 to 40, the modified frequency is 10. So again, to 10 and join the two. Now for the class 40 to 50, for 40 to 50, the modified frequency is 20. So let's draw up to 20 and extend this up to 20 and join the two. Similarly, for the class 50 to 60, the frequency, that is modified frequency, is 20. So again, and join the two. For the class 60 to 70, the frequency is 15. So draw a straight line up to 15 and join the two. Similarly, for the class 70 to 80, the class interval, it is 70 above. That is from 70 to 100, as maximum marks is 100. So it is 2.67. So we can draw somewhere here. This is the histogram for the given frequency distribution table. So we can also shade to identify the histograms individually, shading alternate histograms. Now this is the histogram for our frequency distribution table. So now students, our observations for our given activity. So first of all, our observation for part A, that is for classes of equal width. We see that the width of all the rectangles are equal. So, the length of the rectangles are proportional to the frequency. And now the observation for part B, that is for unequal width, classes of unequal width. We see that the width of rectangles are not same. So we make a few modifications So we modify the frequencies so that the area of rectangle remain proportional to the frequencies. That is, two observations are for part A, that is the histogram for classes with equal width, the width of all the rectangles are equal, so the length of the rectangles are proportional to the frequencies. And for part B, that is for classes with unequal width, the width of rectangles are not same, so we modify the frequencies so that area of rectangles remain proportional to the frequencies.